Hello and welcome to The Secret Mind. This is Solving Sleep Part 2. So yesterday we talked about the reversible problems that lead to sleep disturbance and some of the theory behind it and the advice that you might get from local services, local health services, GPs, and the sort of stuff that goes into information leaflets. Today I want to run through a basic, hopefully fairly brief, hypnotic pattern to give you the idea of what that might look like at a basic level, but a fundamental level. So if you've not done any hypnosis before or taken part in it or seen it, it might look a bit odd. So have a look at what it looks like, and if you can, take part. It's safe, it's relaxing, and it's just talking and you focusing internally. So remember, tax we December. I've got tax on my mind because it's the 31st of January and I've just had to pay the HMRC. Bad sleep is a tax on life, and as we established yesterday, a torture. But there's no sort of correct sleep, and we're aiming to increase deep, high quality sleep and remove some of the intimidation of feeling forced to get a good night's sleep and the pressure people put on themselves to do that, the worry over it, the consequences of not doing so. And so we're going to try something simple, a baseline hypnosis pattern, and it starts with a question. And the question is, am I willing to look at this today? I want you to do something for me. I want you to put your hands in front of you, like this. And what you'll find, if you keep your hands there, you can open or close your eyes, it doesn't matter, is that as you answer the question, if you're willing to look at this today, if you're ready to make improvements to your sleep, if your body and mind and consciousness even, and unconsciousness is ready to look at it, you'll find your hands are slowly drawn together. So look at the gap between your hands and remember your expectations. You expect to sleep well. And you just allow your hands just to close slowly together. Very simple. Don't overthink it. Just go with it. Just notice how your hands want to close together once you know you're ready to look at this problem. And then just close them. And when you do, you might feel happier to close your eyes and just relax and let your hands rest. Now, while you're doing that, we're going to be talking to your unconscious part of your mind who's been making some of these decisions for you. And this part of your mind knows that you have the innate ability to sleep well. It's something you did from when you were a baby. But things get blocked over time. Things get stuttered and staggered and disturbed. And when any organism grows, it can become cumbersome. It needs a trim, a clean, a spruce up. That's not to say that all the processes that have got you to this stage haven't been useful in their own way, but altogether, at the moment, they need a polish. They need a cull. And some of those processes that have served you in the past are not serving you now, if they're disturbing your sleep. I'm going to ask you to raise your hands out directly in front of you. Open or close your eyes, it doesn't matter. But raising your hands directly in front of you. And then gradually, close your eyes. And notice that one of your arms is becoming heavier. That's the arm into which you are putting every bad night's sleep you have ever had. Every toss, every turn, everything thrown into that arm, the heaviness, the disturbance, the unpleasantness, all weighing down that one hand. Every single night you've ever felt drained, every day you felt tired. And that hand is going to be pulled down onto your lap. Pile everyone on top of each other until the hand reaches your lap. And when that hand reaches your lap, just allow the other hand to join it. Take a deep breath in. And just go a little deeper. We're going to do an operation, a search and find operation. If you like, not so much a destroy and rebuild. The part of you that has disturbed your sleep meant well. We can thank it for its time, but we need that clean. We need that trim. And we're going to search and find for the things that we can trim and change. Like hypnotic nanobots. A lot of talk nowadays of artificial intelligence, AI. Nanobots, very small scale, self-propelled machines with a degree of autonomy that can reproduce and replicate change throughout your entire system, that can go anywhere change is needed to make the right sort of changes that may restructure your sleep and allow you to get back to that level that you were born with, that innate skill that you can't lose but needs reaccessing. Hypnotic nanobots that can check out every dark corner for a solution and find changes and instantly correct them. Not spending a long time thinking about it, but just finding those things. As all your arms relax, as your breathing allows you to go a little deeper, and every muscle can slip out of gear, you can remember and recall that capacity for high quality sleep. Sleep that for so many years you never had to worry about. There was a program on television years ago, one of Darren Brown's stunts. He took a girl who couldn't play a musical instrument, and by the end of the program she was playing classical piano to a concert level. How is that possible? Well, as you relax deeper into this, you can admit that, well, maybe we don't know, but maybe that lady had an innate ability. Maybe she'd learned classical music. Maybe she knew her Beethoven backwards. And maybe it was the hypnotic trance that was put on her that allowed her to re-access that innate ability. Learnt, but long-standing. That freed her up to access that ability. And she just represented it. Without the baggage. Without the extra overgrowth. Trimmed down. Pure. Simple. Not magic. Just the repetition of a forgotten skill. Your unconscious mind can communicate. If I were there with you, I might look for a signal in your eye, in your hand, in your arm, a flicker in the corner of your mouth, something that indicates that there's some response. But you're going to have to do that for me. Even at your deeper level, you can notice whether or not you can give yourself that signal of recognition. The recognition may be that you found a solution. The sort of solutions we were talking about yesterday, maybe practical ones, just very practical changes that you can make, or deeper ones from the other aspects of your life that may have been blocking this natural sleep pattern that you deserve. Your unconscious mind. UMM. Unconscious mind. Doesn't hesitate. Doesn't delay. It makes change quickly, because quickly is the only real way to make change. Everything else is a bit boring. Your unconscious mind can agree to look to see if he or she or it can find a healthier sleep pattern that your brain and body can adopt. A different strategy. Something as simple maybe as switching of your schedule, a tweak to your bedtime routine, a meal that's lighter or heavier, earlier fluids, a new exercise plan, boot camp, table tennis, Zumba, a poem, a diary, a phone call, a cocoa, anything, doesn't matter, you'll know for you. And you might even notice a signal that you've noticed that. If I were there, I might see that flicker, that recognition, that little nod that you can give yourself when you find one of those things. And when your unconscious mind, your finds that for you. And it can go in, and it can choose to tidy them up. Every organisation grows cumbersome. That is all that has happened. It grows defective and it needs caring for, a trim of the fringe, a short back and sides. And it takes that care, usually in sleep, in good sleep. But it can also take that care in conscious decision. You can bring the information from a pamphlet or a leaflet, or advice from your doctor, or a friend, or a book, and install that, not slowly, but instantly, at a deeper level, for deeper sleep, now and here. And you can do that in your own time, and take all the time you need. Take all the time you need. And you can revisit this. This is a skill, like playing the piano, like going to sleep, like sleeping well. It's a skill you can acquire and get better at. And while you're there, you can thank that part of you that is responsible for your sleep for doing all it can for you, while recognizing that some of the processes need that trim, and asking at a deeper level if you can find 1 or 2 or 3 or 4 other things that you can do painlessly, without trying, without hard work, just naturally. Things that you can identify for a much deeper, richer sleep. Paying attention to your inner thoughts, forgetting about the body, but allowing it to take care of itself. And you can search for those changes. You can set those hypnotic nanobots to every part of your body, not just your brain, your mind, your spine, your back, your arms, your legs, wherever an answer's found, and install that. Try it on for size. And make those little changes and little adjustments that get you back to that natural pattern, clearing the growth, clearing the overgrowth. Still aware, of course. This isn't magic. It's just a correction towards deep recuperative sleep. Simple choices at a deep level. Sleeping is one of your great skills. You may choose to see yourself having those perfect nights' sleep, looking forward to going to bed instead of dreading it. Good sleep brings better times, and you can become fully satisfied that you're sleeping well. So identify those 3 things. Indicate to yourself when you've found them. Notice that something has changed. Accept that might be a process that seems a bit odd at first. But realizing, actually, it's a normal, inevitable process with an exponential effect. Because that second thing you find is going to lead to that third, which is going to magnify the other things. And you'll become in a vicious cycle of well-being, of feeling better, of improvement. And bad sleep becomes the bad sleep of the past, and the good sleep becomes the good sleep of the present and the future. You can notice how that thought or feeling or that first good night's sleep tonight makes you feel. Notice it, inside, outside, at a psychological level, free of those negative thoughts, certainly free of all those limiting beliefs. And consciously accepting those changes and looking forward to getting that great night's sleep. From today, it will be easy. You will expect to sleep. And you'll be surprised how automatic and easy that is. Take your time for that to settle in. Revisit this. No one's expecting perfection on the first go. It doesn't matter. Watch this over. Go down 3 different alleys. Send those hypnotic nanobots to 3 different territories, or 10. Allow them to make those little micro corrections and enjoy that great night's sleep. Take a deep breath. Let it out. I'm going to count from 5, 4, down to 3. Feet on the floor, filling your lungs with oxygen. Down to 2, breathing out. Down to 1. Just allowing yourself to reorientate a little bit. That's it. And look forward to that good night's sleep. See you tomorrow.